Welcome to Sats Daily Podcast here on the new radio station that I've actually created for free speech. And this is a good thing for conservatives out there. And we got a good conservative on that's running for Constable in District 2 here in Knott County for Constable, Landon Gibson. How are you doing tonight, man?
Doing good, Seth. It's good to be the first one on your show. Hope it does good, buddy.
The only one. You're the only one that agreed to do the show. The only candidate here in this county. There was a state rep candidate in Letcher County that was on. So you two are actually the only two people to accept the invite. Some people said I asked too hard a question.
And my view is the more interviews you have, the better you'll be at them. And if you're in politics, you're gonna have to do interviews and stuff like that. So each one I can get will be a good step for me to get good at them. I'm not too good at them at this point, but that's my opinion on it.
Absolutely, man. You're pretty good at it, man.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm countrified, I guess you could say.
Yeah. No, you're the. This is very, very cool for our county, man. You're one of the first Republicans to run for constable in and have a primary against another Republican candidate.
I'm real excited about that because I think as a conservative Republican, that's a step in the right direction. Also in District 3 in Knott County, you have Shirley Hanshew and Carl Joseph as well. I mean, not Carl Joseph, but Carl Gibson. And
yeah, I think that's it.
They're also Republican, and I think that's a good step forward for the Republican Party and the conservatives alike.
Absolutely, man. And you're actually the only candidate with any law enforcement experience. And I think that's very important. We don't need a constable that doesn't have any experience in law enforcement. They don't know how to deal with certain situations, and you do because you work in the jail. You know how to deal with druggies. You know how to deal with murders, everything.
Yeah, Seth, it's all about treating people like you want to be treated, and have a certain temperament about you. That I've been there 10.5 years in June. And my biggest thing is treat them the way you want to be treated. Like I said, it's just, treat them like you want to be treated until they give you a reason not to. And Seth, in my 10.5 years, I might have 2 or 3 instances where I've had to get physical and do other stuff, but that's not a bad reputation to have in 10.5 years. And my concern is treating them right. And I mean, everybody can have a bad day, Seth. You know, you can come in there wild and have a wild night, and it may never screw up again. And my goal is, after 10.5 years, is try to help as many people as I can when they come through those doors. And hopefully, with this job, I can reach it out to past the doors and into the community. That's one of my outliers for running. Like I said in previous interviews, I did not do this because I think I deserve it, or just because my uncle and dad had it years ago that I deserve it. I done it because I have been in the environment. We currently housing 280 inmates. I deal with state police every day, them bringing inmates in and stuff. I have a good rapport with a lot of them, and I hope to bring it out to the county and my community and help as many people as I can. I'm not going to promise you anything or anything big. Is that the only thing I'll ask of you? I'll ask is to give me a chance and show what I could do, and hopefully I can do good for my little community. 7 precincts, I believe, and that's my main concern is the community. So.
And you're big on communication as well. If people want to get a hold of you, you get a hold of them really fast.
Yes.
I mean, you text them back really fast.
Yes, I do. And I also have my Facebook page, Seth. Anybody can go on and message me or contact me through that. And if you have any problems that need to be taken care of, I will try my best to help you and be there for you as much as I can and try to help you through whatever troubles you may have. I mean, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm not going to promise you the moon. But as each situation comes, Seth, I will do the best of my abilities to help with the problem. Each situation may have its own different need or concern, or you may treat it different. Every situation is different. Like in the jail setting, you have murderers, you have all this, you have drug people addicted to drugs. Each of those situations, Seth, are different, and you have to treat them different. Not everybody's the same. Everybody got their own set of problems.
Absolutely, man.
And my goal is to spread out in the community here, and try to help as many people as I can. I want to do that. Each day I'm on the job, I hope that I learn something different about my community and grow in my 4 years and grow with the people and be there. I'm 33 years of age. I have the energy and stuff to deal with a lot of issues, and I want to help people. Seth, that's just like I mentioned earlier, that's my main concern.
Absolutely, man. And one of the big things that one of my buddies here in District 2, I'm not going to say their name because they don't want their name to be told or anything, but one of their main issues with the constable office is that ever since your dad hasn't been constable, we have not had a constable that's did any patrolling in our area, and I know that's something you want to bring back.
I do want to bring back the patrolling, but here's what I like to say about that. I like to have a night watch system with me. Let's say you go campaign in Sassafras, or I'm not, like I said, I'm campaigning in Sassafras. I'm campaigning in Kelly Fork. There's a system I would like to set up that you can go to those places and patrol. And I think patrolling is a big thing. It's something I'm going to work on my first time in office, my first few months or days, and just try to be there. And if people see that you're patrolling, Seth, they may not break in as many places. They see you there, they might not break in as many places. But the system that I have is like a schedule type deal. Sassafras, Kelly Fork. I've not once forgot about Kelly Fork. I think it's the smallest precinct in the county, but I've been up there 2 or 3 times to campaign, and those people deserve the best we got to offer, and they're not forgot about just because they're out in the middle of nowhere. I haven't forgot about them one bit, and I'm there if they need me or need me to patrol. But go back to the schedule that I have devised. Let's say you don't know where let's say Sassafras, Kelly Fork, and then maybe you'll see me in let's say Lit Car, Pine Top area. You just see me out in the community and a presence there that I hopefully can have. Like there's 7 precincts, and I like to hit all of them with the patrolling thing. It's more of a night watch type deal. That's what I'm gonna call it because it sounds cool, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Like Sassafras, you got Kelly Fork, you got Red Fox, you got Lit Car, Malley, those places. Some places like these hollers need to be at least some presence, and that's my goal before that to start out with, and see how that does. And I think my communication with some state police will help me in that matter. I talk to them every day, and that's what I want to do. And that Pine Top, Lit Car, Red Fox, Malley, those places. Arshman's got Dale Richardson, so it may not need as much police presence as some other places, but that's my goal. These hollers. Tell you a story, Seth. I ain't gonna mention no names, but it was here recently in Pine Top. He got broke into by people walking down the road in a holler. That took offense with me, and it gave me a greater sense to want to do this more than ever, as to go up these hollers and stuff and see what's going on, because I got a temperament for the job. I think it's all about temperament and how you treat people, and hopefully we don't have many problems. We can hope. And like I said, that's not something I talked about much because it's really not come to tuition with me yet. The night watch system, it's been in my brain like a ping pong machine, just going up there, bounce off one side to the other. It's yet to find a place on paper yet. But yeah, that's my goal on that one. is a schedule and a system that we can do for night watching and stuff like that. And hopefully we can, cut down on some of these robbery type deals. Like I said, I can't promise you everything, but this is stuff I want to try to do, and hopefully it comes true during my term. Because like I said, I'm even though I worked at jail for 10 years, Seth, it's on the job training, buddy. So that's the best way I can do it, on the job training.
Well, the thing is, you're the only one with any law enforcement experience, man. Your opponent doesn't have any at all.
That's what I believe to be true. I'm not knocking my other opponents. They all have their qualities. Like Mr. Jacobs, I'm glad to see him get run, because like you stated earlier in the interview, 2 Republicans running the primary. Seth, you probably never seen that in your lifetime.
Never have.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it in mine. I'm just glad. I think it's the right steps for the party. I think that we're going in the right direction. Hopefully, we can get the county where it's split and have a better political system that way. And that's my goal for long term, is we have the county split. And, I said this many times, nothing against my Democrat opponents, because it's nothing knock on them. It's just that the county is mostly Democrat. I could have switched back and probably had an easier time not an easier time, but something that we've always done as a Democrat is campaign with everybody. With this, we can only talk to Republicans. And I told you before I went on the air, today's Sunday, we got 2 days for the election. And I've talked to 325 out of 455 Republicans. And that's 71%. And my goal was 70% to start out with. So I think I feel good about it. Early voting, I feel good about that, about the votes I've got so far. And I'm real grateful for those votes. People take the time out to vote for you. That's the best thing. It's the best feeling in the world, Seth, honestly. People take the time out to think about you. And it's a good feeling. And I appreciate every one of those votes.
Yep. Just so everybody knows, the rest of the constable candidates was invited to be on the show as well through before the election started, and you're the only one to accept. So, man, I just got to say a lot of respect to you, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day.
I'm not going to hide from anything. I'm out here talking to you, and people may not like my interviewing or whatever it may be, but I'm trying. And each interview I do, like I stated before the interview started, that each interview you do, you get more comfortable, and you just keep going. In politics, there's a lot of communication and speaking you have to do, and the only way you can get better at anything is practice.
I mean, you're the only one that's really putting any work in for this. You're campaigning your butt off. You're doing the interviews. You're doing everything that you need to do to.
I have not done nothing crooked in this campaign. I have not bought votes. I have not tore people's signs down or anything like that. I have not touched nobody's signs. And that's each sign comes out of somebody's pocket. And I don't know about the other candidates, but my signs are bought with my paychecks. And I don't want to mess with nobody's signs. It's just not. I just went brought that way. It's somebody's hard-earned money, and you'll never see me do a thing like that.
That's absolutely, man. You're doing that. You're running your campaign 100% honest, and that's all you can ask for, really, man. You're working your butt off, doing all this campaigning, going house to house, and doing the interviews and putting up signs and just
meeting. And I tell you what, Seth, on the lighter side of things, putting up signs at night is not fun. There's mud holes and there is thorns out there, and it's not too fun. But I had to do what I had to do. Put signs up at night is not too fun. But especially after a rain, kind of get you soggy. But a lot of my signs went missing, and I hopefully State Highway or somebody got them. But like I stated before, I didn't mess with nobody's signs or nothing, Seth. And everybody's got a right to run. And like I said, Mr. Jacobs, Dennis, he's my neighbor. And if he beats me, we'll still be neighbors, friends. I have nothing against the man. he's been a board member in this community, and he's certainly had his share of public service. Nothing against the man whatsoever, and I'm glad we're just two Republicans going at it in a Democrat county. So pioneers, I guess. I hope we're pioneering something. But yeah, but now I want to stress something too, Seth. In November, if I was to get past Mr. Jacobs, I don't want to think of it as a Democrat-Republican race. I don't, because I'm not Trump or Billy Caudill or Derek or not Biden. I don't want it to go that way. It's whatever's best for the community and whoever the best person is. I'm a conservative Republican, and my views are as conservative as you can be. I believe in what you call freedom of religion, going back to the roots, the Constitution, stuff like that. But I do not want to make it about Democrat versus Republican. Whoever the best person for the job is, you should go vote for that person. It don't matter which race it is, because local elections, we're all friends, family, and let's don't make it about Republican versus Democrat, good versus evil, or nothing like that. Because we know how the nationwide parties do. Us local people, we could do better, and just, whoever the best person is the best person for the job. No matter if he's Democrat, Libertarian, Republican, Green Party, Blue Party, Red, whatever it is. But that's my goal for November, and hopefully if things work out, I'll be there in November, and hopefully I can make a difference, Seth. That's my goal, to make a difference out there, and help anybody in the community that needs it. It's a political office, and part of the police officer is a peace officer, and that rings true to me, helping the community. And I'd like to say one more thing. The election is coming up 2 days. I would appreciate you guys coming out and voting for me. I hope you don't ever regret it, and that's my mission, to make sure that you don't regret it.
Absolutely, man.
But Sarah, thanks for having me on, and hopefully we can. Hopefully I'll call you Tuesday with some good news, or message you on Facebook, man, with some good news.
If you don't care, I got a few more subject touch, if you don't mind.
Well, no, I sure don't. I'm on a roll. Let's get it going.
Yeah, man, we'll go for about 45 minutes or something, because this is a very important election, man. This is 10 hours before the polls open on Tuesday. This will be out on the radio station. So you're the only candidate that has said they will have a home office and actually knows how to use Zoom, because you have experience from using Zoom with me.
Yeah, I have with court too. I also do some court at the jail through Zoom, and my office, you got to have a home base somewhere, and I think just having a home base is a good thing, and having an office set up, I think, can only be in the positive area, because I'm right off the road in Pine Top. If anybody has any questions or anything, just stop by, knock on the door, and we'll talk. Or have any issues, we'll talk. Accessibility. It sounds like your name on it, but accessibility is a big key for me in this campaign. I want to be accessible, and I want to be out there, and hopefully people will love me being so accessible. And like I said, my phone number is on Facebook, and you can message me on there. I'm mostly reply within minutes. That's what the Facebook thing says, but I agree with that. And that's basically having a home base to work from is my concern, is my thing with that. Having a home base, like the Army has a home base or something like that. That's the way with this. I think the home base can only be a positive, because like I said in the last interview, I don't have an office in the courthouse or anything like that. It's just I'm off the road here at Pine Top, and It's just it's nothing fancy, Just something for me to work out of if I need to. And I do a lot of my jail work down here too, paperwork and otherwise. It's kind of handy to have one. All I need now is a moose's head or a deer, and I'm good.
and some carpet, some moose
I got
carpet.
carpet. I need some hardwood, Seth.
Oh, yeah.
Carpet. I need some hardwood. I might get some fancy hardwood at one of these days.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, man, the constable is a very important job, and definitely need somebody with experience, and you got that, man.
I want to say this again, just because you brought it up. The people out there that think I owe it's owed to me. I don't want you to think that, because I got here and worked and went door to door with all the Republicans on my list, and I checked the name off each one I went to. And I want to work, and I want to earn the people's. I want to earn the people's trust. I want to earn the people's praise the best I can. While doing praise, you can help others. And the politics aspect of it. Hopefully, I don't have to get involved to it too much. Basically, I get in there. I'll tell you this. I do look up to Dale a lot because he's not into the politics aspect of it. He's a former police officer, and he's probably the most trained sheriff we ever had. And I take a lot from him and his temperament. That's one of the things I look at is the way Dale handles his business. That's kind of the way I want to handle mine. And not to copy or anything like that. It's just something I looked up to my whole life and seen. It's something that's stuck in my head.
Definitely, man. He's one of the best leaders out there for sure.
Yeah, he coached a lot of us. But yeah, but I want if the people come out and vote for me, I will truly appreciate that. And the accessibility of me should be an asset, and hopefully I can bring it to form for you.
Absolutely, man. And what do you now about warrants and stuff? That's what something John Hicks talked about and some stuff when he was our constable about serving warrants and stuff. Constables do serve warrants, don't they?
Seth, that's part of my job. 5 days a week, I serve indictment warrants. They send them through. I serve them to the inmates. I do paperwork booking in from indictments and warrants. I do that. That's how I book people in the jail and put their information in. And I'll tell you a story. State police, that's when they had paper citations. He had to go to another call. He just signed his name to the citation. It was a state police years ago. And he said, finish filling the rest of it out. I signed the warrant, just finish filling the rest of it out, and you know how to do it. And that's what I did. I've done that a few times. And it's nothing to me to do that. It'd be like you repeating high school or repeating the 12th grade or something like that. You're already familiar with it. And that's something I take into this campaign is that the paperwork. I'm real strong with the paperwork. And if anybody has anything else to say about it, I think I'm real strong with paperwork. And it's indictments, garbage bills not being paid, bench warrants, stuff like that. I've seen. Well, I could probably close my eyes and write stuff, but that sounded awful cocky, Seth. I don't want to do that, but yeah, I'm real familiar with the paperwork part of it. If anything else, that's my strongest asset to it. That, and I think my temperament over the years of treating people right will come to the forefront.
Paperwork's like 90% of the constable job, really.
Yeah, I've like I said in the jail setting, I've charged 2 or 3 inmates for like fighting. I tell you a story. There was a guy. I ain't gonna mention no names because that would be wrong. But this guy broke his eye socket in jail. So I was a charging officer in that assault case. And then there was a boy here not too long ago, hit somebody with a coffee pot I had to do I had to charge him with assault as well, and that's doing the citations and stuff like that. Hopefully I'll have to charge that many. And also promoting contraband can be something I charge with, bringing drugs inside the jail or hiding it some places where you can't find it and stuff like that. I've done those as well.
Definitely, man. That's definitely very important. We need somebody with the experience of paperwork.
Hopefully I grow into the constable position because, like I said, I'm not robo constable or anything like that. Hopefully I can grow with the job and it grows with me. And you know, and I can do it, be one of the best constables we ever had. And that's some big shoes to fill because my uncle back in the early 80s, he would take them out of the police cruiser and take them home. Now it's a little hard to do that nowadays with the technology we have. But, you know, that stuck with me in some of them stories that people's told me over the years. And hopefully that's something that I can emulate and in the community.
Absolutely, man. There's just one thing I gotta ask you, and then we'll end it. What would you say to the undecided Republican voter that don't know who they're going to vote for Tuesday? What would you say to them to get them to swing your way and vote for you?
My experience and my temperament and you know, I don't know if this is an asset or what, but I grew up around the job and I always wanted to do it. And that's why I'm campaigning this hard, because I always wanted to do this. Because my dad had it, my uncle had it. I always wanted to do this. And my experience, it should make you feel good about voting for me. I'm a little bit younger, not too much younger. I'm 33, and I think with my energy and enthusiasm that I've shown in this campaign, I can take that into the job. And you know, what did Trump say here? I was watching him in an inspiration speech the other day. Basically, motivation. And my motivation is still strong as it was when I registered in December. And hopefully in November, it's going to be even stronger. And I want to keep going and keep moving forward and doing the right thing. But the people of District 2, I want you to know that I'm there and accessible, and I will be your best constable, I think. For sure, I'll be your constable. And your best constable. And that was a hard question, Seth, by the way. But I will be your best constable candidate, and hopefully we can look back on it in 4 to 8 years and say I've done a good job. And that's all I could ask. That's all I could ask. And I'm not going to run from your questions, Seth. So you can keep asking all you want to, buddy. You keep asking all you want to.
That's what they say, man. I asked too hard a question.
Yeah. I ain't like Biden or anything like that. I'm not gonna. You're not gonna tell me to shut up. I'll shut up on my own. You know. But when I'm getting ready, I'll shut up. But I appreciate you having me on, big guy. I really do.
Absolutely, man. And for the people out there that may have not liked your Facebook page yet, what is your Facebook page where they can contact you at and like it?
It's www.facebook.com Landon for Constable 2. Landon for Constable 2. That's the name of the Facebook page.
All right, man.
It's lowercase Landon for Constable and then the number 2.
Absolutely,
and hopefully at the first year we can change that to Miss Landon Gibson, Constable in District 2. Hopefully we can take the vote and elect off, and then 4 years from now, hopefully we can put re-elect on there.
Absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate you being on. This has been the interview here on the new radio station with Landon Gibson, who's running for constable in District 2 here in Knott County. He's the Republican candidate. Definitely go vote for him Tuesday. Early voting is Monday. Go vote for him Monday as well.
Early voting is over with. Saturday was the last day. They're going to be closed tomorrow to get ready for Tuesday.
Oh, okay. I thought they might have had early voting on Monday as well.
Yeah, it's over this yesterday. It was 8-4 yesterday. And like I
Oh,
said earlier, Seth, I do like the what I'm hearing from the early voting and what people's told me. They voted already. And I got a good feeling.
absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate you being on, brother. And you can go out and vote for Landon Gibson for Constable in District 2 here in Knott County. He's the Republican candidate. And definitely appreciate him being on. And
Let's make history, I guess you can say, Seth.
yeah, let's make Knott County Constables District 2 great again.
All right, sir. I love it.
Absolutely, man. Definitely go vote for Landon. He's the most experienced candidate. He's actually the only candidate with any law enforcement experience. So definitely go vote for him.
And willing to interview.
What's that?
And willing to interview.
Absolutely, man. The other candidates wasn't even willing to show up.
I'm thinking about buying them things like the president's got on each side of their face there. It reads it to you. I'm thinking about doing one of those.
Yeah, man.
Have me on, big guy. And if you need anything, holler at me, you and your family.
Absolutely, man. Everybody have a good night, and you have a good night as well, man. And God bless.
See you, brother.